Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Utes will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cougars offense will go to work first. It can catch people off guard, but one of the most intense, fiercest rivalries in the country in the... State. BYU and Utah continue to prove why everyone ought to pay attention. Cougars trailed at 21-10 at the half and won on a field goal with 3 seconds left.
And it was BYU that capitalized on a lot of Utah mistakes, especially in the second half of that game. 2 costly turnovers by the Utes.
Oh, out of space. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
To the air, it's Dampier. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Forced out of the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself, estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like,
he's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. This BYU offense set up with another 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So you get stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking for the score. Touchdown, BYU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this is how I want to operate. Nice job. He catches the football, makes a decision, gets the ball out of his hands, and let his playmaker work. Get the ball to the wide receiver out wide. He'll do the rest. He'll get the touchdown. Nice job being on the same page, quarterback, wide receiver.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Right on the money. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Wide open spaces. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Parker. On the spin move. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Utes line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Offense changing the play. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Martin. Strong, firm tackle. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Right back to the well. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. This clash dates all the way back to the late 1800s and is carried on through days of independence, changes in conference affiliation, but the constant is disdain and contempt for the other. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, BYU!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll do it himself. Hard running there. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Gets the back moving. Looking for room. It's Parker. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Back to pass, it's Dampier. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snares it outside, it's Roberts.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle.
Running free. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Parker. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Works the middle of the field. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide open. Turning on the Jets. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. And this is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the fullback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. After the run, now to throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown. Sneaks it into the end zone.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Beehive boot is on the line, and already BYU and Utah have given us some stirring moments. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the run, it's Parker. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Back to throw, it's Dampier. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And the Utes will punt this one away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start this drive with a pass. On a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Martin. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Hagan. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Finds a man on the right.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force-feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on.
With the catch, it's Martin. At the 20, he's got space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. BYU with the 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Buckmeyer. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Bounding over his man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Quarterback making checks. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
They'll go to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Quick strike through the air for the score. Shades of the Lavelle Edwards era as BYU is flexing its muscle and building a lead.
Jim McMahon is smiling somewhere. BYU and the explosive plays offensively, that's why they're lighting up the scoreboard.
Yeah, and the Cougars always dominate the line of scrimmage. You can always count on that. But listen, in this matchup with Utah, you usually don't see Utah get dominated up front. BYU bringing that physicality.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Holds and fires complete to the right. There he goes. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Utes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. Lots of running room. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds his man. It's Martin. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Martin. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Cougars are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Cougars are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just keeps slinging it. Throwing right. Got his man. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Parker. Powers through the defender. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Utes headed quickly to the line. On third down, going up top. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Ball is free. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Coming out with the victory in the Holy War, it is the Cougars of BYU. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports